So from here, if we see what happens here, is that he asked, Rahula comes and asks what I should do. So he says, Atako Bhagava apaloketva ayasmantam Rahulam amantesi yam kinchi Rahula rupam atitanagatam pachuppannam ajjattam va bahidda va olarikam va sukam va heenam va panitam va yam dure santike va sabbam rupam netam mama neso ahamasmi neso na meso atta iti evametam yatha bhutam sammapanyaya databam. So pushte, then he asks, only form, blessed one, or only form? He says form, feelings, perception, then choices or preparation and consciousness. Then Rahula thinks that why I should go to village for alms after being advised directly by Buddha. So he sat cross-legged at the root of certain tree, setting his body straight, establishing mindfulness in his presence. Then Sariputta comes there and says that you do Anapanasati. So he gets even more confused, because he's saying that Anapanasati Rahula Bhavana Bhavita Bahulikata Mahaphala Hoti Mahanisamis Nisamsa. Nisamsa, we have already covered it. It will be most beneficial. So then he becomes even more confused. Then he comes out of whatever he was doing. And from here, it is a very good thing. So how to meditate on Rupa? This is a very nice way of explanation. So this is covered by Sariputta in the Patisambhidda Magga also. What is required is, when we see, we have to first make it into different parts. Otherwise, you can't catch the Rupa, the Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vinyan. It becomes like a theory rather than practice. So he's saying, take whatever is internal to you, break it into so many parts. So there are 20 parts you can distribute. If not 25 parts you can do. You can take the body hair, head hair, body hair, nails, teeth, skin and flesh. 6. Make this whole body representing by 6. Meaning, I should not allow the mind to establish itself in compactness. I should be able to make it as an unit. Hair as one unit, body hair as another unit, finger, this nails as another unit, teeth as another unit, skin which covers the whole body, like somebody has put a robe, and inside the robe there is full of unwanted items, but he has packed it well. And inside that is flesh. We don't have to go into further more details like heart, liver, lungs, intestine, like that. Can I do like that? So the sati practice is to get that. Can I get that? Okay. If I can get it, then I have understood the earth element, Patavi. So, because I don't see a person there, I only see hardness, softness. That's all. So the perception of person goes away, replaced by Patavi. Okay, so what happens here is that the Rahula goes behind Buddha while he's on the arms round. Then Buddha turns back and then asks Rahula to look at or meditate upon form, feeling, perception. First he says form. Then Rahula thinks only form. Then Buddha says, no, it is feeling, perception, preparation or choices, and consciousness. Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vijnana. And then Rahula thinks, okay, now that he has said to me directly what to do, let me sit here only and do it. So he'll stop going on arms round, and instead of that, he'll sit under a tree trying to focus on that. And then Sariputta sees him and says that, Rahula, do Anapanasati. That is very beneficial for you. And Rahula gets confused now, which one he should do. So after some time, he gets up from what he was doing and goes and talks to the Buddha. Can you tell me what I should do? So then Buddha says that you do this. So katam bhavita nukho bhante anapana sati katham bahuli katha mahaphala hoti mahanisamisa iti. So how does it really help? Because Sariputta would have told him that it is very beneficial, very fruitful, etc. So then he says, before you do Anapanasati, you have to do this.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you, and Vilasji. In that sutta, I think I remember reading somewhere on the commentary of Vikubodhi or something that because Sariputta couldn't understand the situation really, it seems that Buddha, because he was going behind and there was a thought of and Buddha, like, how this thought of, how great my father is, how good looking, those type of thoughts were coming in Rahula, it seems. So for that, that mindfulness of breathing was not the appropriate. He was teaching this 5 elements, something like that. I remember reading it as a commentary somewhere.
Yeah, that is an interpretation, but in here it doesn't, because there is another sutta, Mahārāhulovādasutta. In that it is very clear. I don't think so Rahula would have got into that kind of misconception, but anyway, everybody can interpret the way they want to interpret.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Because there are various ways of doing Anapana. Okay, so ultimately, if you look at Anapana Sati Katha of Sariputta, he explains complete detail. Okay, that much detail is not there here, nor in Anapana Sati Sutta also. Okay, so then what happens is that we need to look at, or some people when they translate, they'll see why is he teaching him like this. So then you have to come up with some reasoning which seems appropriate. I don't say that it is not appropriate, but anyway, that shouldn't be our problem. Our problem is, can we see 5 elements so that we don't have this ghana sanya or compactness there? Because if we have compactness for ourselves or for others, then that will not help in Anapana itself. So we need to check out that, whether we are facing that problem. So we can put ourselves in the Rahula shoes, or we can go a few layers down, that at least Rahula has something achieved and we have not achieved. When I see myself in the camera, I can still see myself as myself. So how do I come out of this self view? Let's say that's what I want to meditate upon. Now what I should meditate upon? So then my meditation, Anapana, arising, passing away, should be on these 32 parts of the body. So I was saying, Bobby, before you joined, that we can take head hairs, body hairs, nails, teeth, skin and flesh, sufficient on the earth element. So wherever I am finding it, whoever has it, I should only see that much, including mine and others. Can I do that? Is the question. If I can do it, let's say, it removes the compactness, because now I understand it is Pathavi only. Earth, dhatu, or quality of earth, which is hardness and softness. So it will not allow the mind to get established there, or the consciousness doesn't get established in this earth element or earth quality. So the interior and the exterior will go away. So it nullifies an interior and exterior. There's separation, right? Interior is what I am having, exterior is what you are having, or Janak is having, or anybody is having. So I feel that is her body or his body, this is my body. So there is mama, mamakara, this is mine, eso mama. Eso mama asmi. Now I have a asmi mana, how I look. How I look. Yep. Look good, look fair, look handsome, like that. Eso me atta. This is myself. This one is myself, because wherever I go, they are referring me, right? Hey Vilas, how are you? Hey Janak, how are you? Hey Bobby, how are you? So they're referring to the body. So I get that feeling that I am this body. Check if it is true or false. And the answer is yes. So how to cut that out? So for the Rupa, we have to do this. We have to do the 32 parts of the body, 20 solid and 12 liquid. 32 parts. Okay. Now, can I do this for few days? So the practice is for 7 days. Try it out for 7 days. Only on Pathavi. Then next 7 days, Apo. Next 7 days, Tejo. Next 7 days, Vayu. Next 7 days, Akasa. It will have a very drastic effect, because it will create sampajanya. You will see the arising, passing away, arising, passing away, arising, passing away of the dhatu, because they are not yours. So the hairs are coming and going, gray hairs are coming, black hairs are coming. Now you're doing anything about it. The gray hairs or black hair is coming here. Then you have a beard. If you shave it, again it comes. Again shave it, again it comes. Then the urine is coming, the feces are coming. Like that, sweat is coming. So we can see everything like that, coming, going, coming, going, coming, going, coming, going. So we can keep that consistently. Okay, so he gives here the various parts of the body. This is what I was talking about. If we were to go to a autopsy or some charnel ground, we can see physically these things: heart, lungs, liver, intestine, etc., which will then help us to see it in our own body. Or now we don't have to do that, because now we have videos. We also have anatomy. At that time when Buddha was doing this, there was no anatomy. So now we have anatomy, human anatomy, which is same with everyone. So can I use anatomy, or can I use that 32 parts contemplation which we did the other day? Right? So then can we keep on consistently doing it? After it ends, again do it. Again ends, again you do it. Again you watch yours and that, yours, that, yours, that. It will cut away. That's a meditation. I shouldn't be doing only for 2 minutes and then, okay, that video is over or that book is over and that's it, over. No, you consistently watch it. This is Pathavi. This is Pathavi. This is Pathavi. This is Pathavi. If I see mine or there, it is the same. So this itself becomes vipassana. This is our vipassana. Okay, this is vipassana because you are having an insight into what it is. What is this? So first is samatha. So first I will watch the breath. There I will bring what Buddha is saying here. This body is consisting of 32 parts. Yep. And it calms the mind. Now I investigate. Any questions? Now,
so good. Yeah.
okay. So now he's saying mindfulness of breathing is bringing to this. Why? It's not about thinking about what Rahula's state of mind was. It is what is our state of mind now. Our state of mind is same, that we have a compact nature. When I'm watching the breath, can I watch these individual parts? This head hair has got nothing to do with me. This mustache or beard or any of the body hair here on the legs or in anywhere it represents, have got nothing to do with me. I can see it's got nothing to do with me. It's not imagination. And if I see in another person, it is the same. Can I do that? Can I just keep on doing it? So that's a practice we need to do. Right now also, if you want to do it, we three have to sit and see. What's that we are seeing? What exactly are we seeing? We are seeing only this much. If we take this body right now, dissect it, you will not find anything except for these. Whether they dissect Janak's body or dissect Vilas' body or Bobby's body, they will not find anything other than these three. In these three people other than what is shown there. So then it cuts the concept of Indian, cuts the concept of Australian, cuts the concept of everything, if you really see. So your breath becomes stable. Because there is no person. Because now, interior earth element, what is saying there, is not there. Ajjatika Pathavi Dhatu is not there. Bahira Pathavi Dhatu is not there. Just Pathavi Dhatu Revesa. It's only just Pathavi Dhatu. Right. Just see. Can we see like that is the question. Or still do I see it as Vilas? If yes, then I have to go through anatomy. Till it breaks. So this one, what Buddha is teaching is to break that Ghanasanya, which is compactness. See, I'm seeing it compact. It's Vilas is a compact figure. This body, a compact figure. This compactness. Questions on how to practice it? Sure. Okay. So can you now do this practice?
Yes.
For the whole day?
Yeah, that we have to, because we have learned now many objects, so those objects also, that is my experience, that objects also come. For example, the sound and the body, the breath, and sometimes thoughts, all this comes, but continuously keeping on one object, and just this 4 body parts, that we have to actually practice and see whether it is possible.
So we have to take one, let's say, like we started, right? So we wanted to do the Ayatana route.
Yeah.
So one Ayatana you've learned in Goenka technique of watching the body sensation. Now to see whether you can do with ears, nose, tongue, eyes. Fine. Let's say that's not possible. Then we can come here, because this again takes you to Anapana. Anapanasati. So if you go through this, yes.
Sorry, watching this body parts also take you to Anapanasati. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. That's what it is. Ultimately, if you go through this sutta, the last section is Anapanasati.
Yeah, I remember that. But it is taking to Anapanasati because is it because you feel the breath anywhere, or he's saying that 7 factors of enlightenment and 4 satipatthanas.
Everything is there in this. Everything.
Yeah. Okay.
With this sutta, you're done. Your sati sampajanya will be completely established. This is for those people who have very gross Nichya Sanya, Dhana Sanya. For them, this is a very good thing. Like you and me, Janak, or any other person. Instead of going through the Satipatthana Sutta, which is difficult to grasp, this is most easy, because he gives a complete step-by-step instruction.
But here these elements are being explained in detail. What are the parts and everything? But in Satipatthana also, he said the elements, right?
He has only given 32, which is Patavi and Apo. That is for particular manasikara. See, the objective is the same, to come out of the dhanasanya, compactness.
Okay.
So first let's understand what is Buddha Dhamma. Right? Buddha Dhamma is about dissecting till it gets to Bhanga. Then you will find nothing there. Asara. Got the point? That's all what Buddha Dhamma is.
Yes. Emptiness.
Emptiness. Shunyata. So for Shunyata, you have to dissect. So then there is a top view and a bottom's view. Top view is God. Right? Why? Because God is unchanging, everything else is changing. I'm not saying it is right or wrong, but that's the truth. Because now that is unchanging, something which is unchanging, right? So if something is changing, then there should be something which is unchanging. It's very simple. Like what Buddha also says, if there is something conditioned, there should be something which is unconditioned. In the same way, if something is changing, then this something should be changeless. You can't have anything which is changing without having changeless. And there can't be anything which is changeless not having change. So there should be something which is absolutely changeless. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. So that is what Nibbana is, right?
No, that's God. That's correct. God is Nibbana.
Yeah, okay.
God is Nibbana. Let's keep it that way. God equals Nibbana.
Yeah.
For our satisfaction. That means if something is changing, there should be something changeless. If something is conditioned, there should be something which is unconditioned also, right?
Yes.
So Buddha talks about unconditioned, whereas then there is changeless. So I can go from the top view, saying that there is something which is changeless and everything else is changing. So you drop the changing and get the changeless. Clear? Or I can do another one. Dissect so much that nothing exists after that.
Yeah.
Which is better?
I think second one looks good.
Second one has steps. The first one, you have to believe.
Yeah. You don't have, it's very difficult to experience in the beginning. You need to go step by step.
So what happens when we define God? We define God using 6 senses. So then what happens? You should have a
intellectual understanding.
Exactly. Then you should have a messenger of God.
Yes.
Who will spread the message of God. Because God is changeless.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, every religion will contest on that God, how the God is. So they keep on defining God. The more they define, the more change it becomes, right?
Yes.
So now what happens? The difference between the established religions is that each one talks about the God in their own way, which is changing.
Yes.
Whatever Christians say, the Hindus will not accept. Whatever Hindus will say, the Christians will not accept. Whatever Hindus and Christians say, the Buddhist will not accept. And whatever Buddhist says, nobody else will accept. So like that, we have a circle. But all are talking about changeless only. By explaining what is changeless, they are making it change. So which leads to views. And that leads to fights.
Correct.
And debates and fight. You debate who is God, what is God, how it is, how to experience. Give me steps. Then the other person will say, you don't have faith in God. Then I'll say that I don't believe anything called as God. Then he will say, how were you born? If you didn't have any God, he'll say that you ask my father and mother, or you go to by biology, then there is scientific evidence how people are born. It's nothing to do with God. Over. Now this poor guy who wanted to give him some proof cannot show anything. Because he's defining God. Now this kind is dukkha. Because ultimately you're not going to get anything out of it. So what Buddha did is go to the lowest form. Where it becomes very easy that anything you discuss is dukkha. Every view is a suffering.
Yeah, it is like other religions started discussing about the highest truth first and ignoring the very basic things.
Exactly. What he did, instead of imagining, he said, why don't you watch what this body is in the first place? Forget God. Keep it. No problem.
Yes.
First see what is there in this body. And what is there in other person's body. Ajjatta bahidda. Can you dissect? Dissect. You get 32 parts of the body now. Now you throw it across the street. Let's say Vilas met with an accident and pronounced dead. And then what they did is they went to the hospital where they did this postmortem, which means they cut it into pieces. And Vilas' wife said, why don't you cut it in small pieces and give it to me? I said, okay, we can do that. So they put in a machine and it cut into many pieces, including the bones were cut small pieces. And now we're all jumbled up and they were given to Vilas' wife. Now what did she receive?
Or so many pieces.
She got only flesh and bones and hair and teeth and skin. Okay. Now she comes home. It's all combined, mixed. She puts it in different corners of the house and tries to see what is that item. Nothing there. Correct, no?
Yes.
Can you do that now? That is vipassana. Hey, what are you doing in Goenka tradition? Same thing, right? You are watching the sensation top to bottom, bottom to top, top to bottom, bottom to top, dissecting, and Goenka uses dissecting, cutting, looking at where are the sensation, here sensation, here sensation, no sensation, here sensation, no sensation, here sensation, here sensation, here sensation, here sensation. Or just going dissecting. Then what happens? Comes to kalapa. Isn't it or not?
Yes.
And that's all what it is. Once the mind has seen kalapa, it will throw away the body. It will not believe that it's a body. It will say that I don't know what it is. It's only kalapa.
This experience can happen for a second also, right? Then also like the mind,
yes,
that understanding of
yes. Even for a second, even for a millisecond, if it happens, mind becomes aware.
Mind cannot miss it, right?
It cannot miss it. It cannot miss it.
Yeah, I read somewhere that it is like for example, when you have this type of experience, or maybe even a nibbanic experience, that it is like a prince who was crowned. Similarly of Buddha, that he will never forget that moment he was crowned. Same way, if somebody has a nibbanic experience, he will never miss it.
He cannot forget it. Forget missing it.
He cannot forget it.
He cannot forget.
So that means somebody saying that I might be already a Sotapanna, that might be wrong, right? Because he cannot forget that.
Yes. He knows he is a Sotapanna.
Then when you said that, like by birth, if somebody is a Sotapanna, so he can't remember that, right? Or is it has to happen in this life?
No, that is a different story altogether. That's the reason I was not too serious about it. That day also I told you, no, Bobby, because they don't know how to put it. They say that, look, you would have got it in your last birth.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It is not that, that person, somebody might have got Sotapanna in the previous life. So even in the next life, he cannot forget it. He will remember it.
He should. Or he will be able to remember it in the sense that it become very easy for him. So there is an inference, like in my case also, there's an inference I can make. Oh, how did I get so much? It's because I worked in the past. So that's how I can make it out, right?
Oh, yes.
I can make it by inference. I can't really make it by direct knowledge.
This is an inference, because so many things, when you connect together, you get that feeling.
Yes.
That I was doing this for many times in the past.
See, if you read what I have written, that blog, From Ignorance to Awakening.
Yeah.
Now, if I read it myself, I have written that in 2022, when it stuck to me that I need to write down. The way I have put those suttas, even today, I am not able to change it.
It's the same thing. You didn't do any editing or anything.
I have not done anything except for reassembling it in a nice way, because Ariu was saying it is too big. people are not really looking at what you have written. So I thought, let me put it in a very nice format. Now it is easy to read what I have done.
So you didn't even add any sutta in any section.
No.
All of it was there.
Yeah. I have not even edited a word out of it except for beautifying it.
Okay. So it is as it is. It cannot be changed. It's like Buddha says, it cannot be changed.
I tried doing it, Bobby. I'm not joking. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not telling lies. I thought, let me change it. And ultimately, I found that not even a single word I can remove out of there. On the
This is what
suttas.
Buddha also says, once when somebody asks, he says, whatever Buddha has said, it is fine. He cannot change it. Nothing can be taken or nothing can be
Added.
removed.
Yes.
Something.
Yes.
Yeah, added. Yeah.
Because each sutta is in so nicely, meticulously done that I myself feel that how did I get it? Especially the Sotapanna's thing, I was just wanting to edit it. I couldn't do it.
I think that means I have to read that again and again. I have to take it very seriously and take that again and again.
Yeah, I'm not exaggerating. None of that. I'm saying there is an exaggeration. After Eru said, why don't you do something for your ignorance to awakening? And then I was wanting to change it. Some words are not okay. Let me change it. Okay, those explanation, other things, some story, I can change it. But when I come to the actual core of the suttas I have chosen, couldn't delete even one sutta, forget about anything else, or add, earlier also it was 104, now also it is same 104. And surprising thing, I'm not able to find out how did I arrive at that sequence. So I am lost of words. And I tried doing it. I went through the whole thing as though somebody's I'm reading. That also I tried. Let me change. I don't think so this sutta makes sense, that sutta makes sense. But then I found out it is making tremendous sense. So I dropped it. Then I thought, okay, whoever has written it very well, leave it.
It's amazing.
So I really couldn't do anything. I'm telling you, couldn't do anything. I've opened it and kept it here. I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. And forget that, how to read the sutta. Even you see another one. I have added another section on each of the Nikayas. Okay. Anguttara Nikaya is for whom, Sanyukta Nikaya is for whom. This I had read it. Okay, this is not mine. So I had read it. I have put it there. Now the choice of the sutta, that is not given anywhere. But it matches with that. I don't know how. Meaning, if you really want to put a journey map for you, that okay, I want to start here, next I'll be here, next I'll be here, next I'll be here, it literally takes that path. Like I said, those Nibiddhaya, Viragaya, Nirodhaya, Upasamaya, Abhinyaya, Samaya, I'm not able to skip that. See, that step by step, I'm not able to skip it. So each sutta is having that. Nibiddhaya, Viragaya, Nirodhaya, Upasamaya, Abhinyaya, Sambodhaya, Nibbana. So ultimately, you should have these 7. How? How it arrived? I don't know. This is 2 years ago what I have done. And 2 years back, I don't know what was my mental state. Today, I am in a very good mental state, but I am surprised how this person could write so much.
Oh, yes. Amazing.
But that's
even like even you think that that within a short time, like somebody could learn and explain like this. It is because even I came in contact with many teachers. In this last maybe 8 years or something, we can say this much explanation. So, because whatever you say, it makes a lot of sense, and I don't feel anything disagreeable in that. So that is happened as a layperson without, getting into any type of teachers or anything. It is amazing. It is. I don't have any words to say that.
Yeah, so that's the reason that Thoreau over there said that, look, this much of knowledge is not possible if you don't have a teacher.
Yeah.
I don't know from where you have got it, but what you're saying is correct. So I have to only accept that you are a Jati Sotapanna. That's how he ended it. Because I was explaining to him the depth of 5 aggregates. So the question goes like this. He was asking me, or I was showing him a stone, some stones. Then we were debating or we were discussing, and then I told him, Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vijnana. I told him, when the Rupa comes, you will have a perception of that Rupa, and then the Vedana arises. He said, no, it is Vedana, then Sanya, then Sankhara. I told him, sir, practically you see, if you take a stone, will you feel the stone or will you perceive the stone? What do you do?
I think you perceive it, right?
Exactly, you perceive it. But there is one catch here. The perception cannot happen without feeling.
Yeah.
They go together. But you will do something about that feeling and perception. That's the reason the Sankhara. So Buddha is smart. Somebody will catch him like this. So he said, Passa Samudayo, Vedana Samudayo. Passa Samudayo, Sanya Samudayo. Passa Samudayo, Sankhara Samudayo. All the 3 arises instantaneously with Passa. Contact.
With the contact.
So if I understand contact, I've understood the mind. It comes due to contact. That's it. See, now in the Vipassana retreat, it is only on feeling. What about the perception?
Yeah.
What about the Sankhara? What about the experience you get? Vijnana. Right? This is very good. What we are doing in the Vipassana course is very good, agreeable. But what about the others? Other aggregates?
Yeah, even that was, after reading so many suttas, that was a big question for me also. Because Goenkaji keeps saying it is only the feeling. Everything you feel. Everything you feel. You can, even the perception also you have to feel. Otherwise it will be imagination. That's what he keeps on saying. It is imagination. But now I think that thought process that, I can getting a sense that other things are also happening. It is everything put together, as you said, it's an experience.
Yes, it's a compact experience.
Yeah.
So the 5 aggregates you grasp because of a compact experience. So what is that I'm doing is to dissect it. Dissect it as Rupa plus, open bracket, it's a Vedana plus Sanya plus Sankhara, close bracket, plus Vijnana. This is what I explained to the Thoreau. And in the Anapanasati Katha, Sariputta exactly uses this term, and he says, Nama means Vedana Khando, Sanya Khando, Sankhara Khando. I was very happy. Wow. I have picked it right. That means all the 3 come together as an experience provider. And in the Mahārāhulovādasutta, Sariputta asked this question. Samsatta, Visatta, is it all combined or is it separate? It is Vedana, Sanya, are they samsatta together or are they separate? And he says samsatta, they're together. So when the ninth jhana happens, Sanya Vedat Nirodha, they both go together. They both go out together because the mind is shut. So in the Vipassana course, what I did, I saw that happening. Mano Vinyana Dhatu got shut down. Everything is closed. I was very sure that, this is Nibbana. I am watching Nibbana. 6 senses have shut down. Okay. So this is what it is. So you will come to know you're a Sotapanna for sure. You will come to know you're a Sakadagami. You will only come to know you're an Anagami. You will only come to know you're an Arhat.
It's a speculation still that I heard from someone that, if you know that you are a Sotapanna, and the next is the same Nibbanic experience, you have to get it again, right? Or again, in a deeper level, and again in more deeper level, but it is the same Nibbanic experience.
Yes, see, like what Asad had put there, right? There is Nirodha and Nibbana. So what people do is they define. It's like being in Nibbana for 1 minute is Sotapanna, more minutes is Sakadagami, more minute is Anagami, always in Nibbana is Arhat. So that will pacify the mind. Actually, first you get Nirodha Samapatti. That's Nirodha, non-arising. See, if anything arises, it should pass away. But you should have something which is never arising, right? Then there's nothing question of passing away. So the Nirodha Samapatti, when it happens, the Samapatti, just like Sotapatti, like Samapatti, when you arrive at the junction, you sit in the train. Samapatti, you sat in the train. Nirodha, non-arising, meaning non-ceasing, so no longer conditioned. That's Nibbana. How long is your Nirodha Samapatti? That long is your Nibbana. So it is generally treated like until Anagami stage, you will be going up, down, up, down, up, down. After Anagami stage to Arhat, it stabilizes. So the Nirodha completely happens at Arhat.
So after Anagami stage, the Nirodha state is more open, like more
accessible. More accessible.
But in Sotapanna state, it is just might be a
glimpse.
A second or
it's just a glimpse.
Then after that,
it is a glimpse.
It is a glimpse. So after that, you can't even recollect it, or you can.
You will recollect. You recollect, but you didn't know how. So you start doing exactly what you were doing earlier, right? To get that. So after many tries, you will get it. Then again you have to focus. Then again you will get it. So then after Sakadagami, since there is a possession, Nirodha automatically starts happening first. So you will get into Nirodha. Then Anagami, your Nirodha is far more pronounced.
It is more stabilized.
That's the reason. Etan santan etan panitan yadidam sabba sankhara samatho sabbupadi patinisaggo tanhakhayo virago nirodho. Nirodha Samapatti gets you Nibbana.
Okay, can you please say the meaning? Because I heard that you have written that in many places. Can you say the meaning of that, please?
Yes, I'm going to say that. Yeah. I don't know, we are gone from Mahārāhulovādasutta to something else. It's good. Anyway, so Etan Santan Etan Panitan. This is excellent. This is peaceful. Santa, Sa Anta. Anta is ending. Sa is self. So if you end the self right now, isn't it peaceful?
Yes.
Etan Santan. This is peaceful. Etan Panitam. Panita is Pranita, which is profound, excellent, like that.
Yeah.
When? Yadidam is when. Sabba Sankhara Samato. you stop all preparations. So what preparation do I do? I want to go to place A to place B. Stop preparing that. Just do it. Don't prepare for it. I want to now sit and meditate. No preparation, sir. Don't prepare. You put the condition in the mind, it will not work. So what you need to do is you have to bring in the environment for it to work. So you get the environment, but don't set a condition. Don't prepare. Don't choose. Don't do a volition that I will do like this. My eyes, I will do like this. My ears, I will hear like this. My nose, I will smell like this. My taste, I'll taste like this. My body, I'll keep like this. Like that. So you create a samatha. Avikhepo is samatha. That means vikshepa means distractedness. So when you are in distraction, you do a lot of things. You want to do a lot of things. So you stop doing things. Sabba sankhara samatho. Then what happens? Sabbupadi. Upadi are 5. Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vijnana. That is upadi. That means accumulation. Pati nissaggo. Pati is to bond. Nissagga is to remove it. So you disconnect Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vijnana completely. When you penetrate these 5 aggregates, the tanhakkaya happens automatically. Tanhakkayo. The craving reduces. Craving for what? Rupa, this kind of feeling, this kind of perception, this kind of preparation, this kind of experience. I'll give an example. Opera House, Sydney. I want to come. That's a journey. To do what? See Opera House. Where? Sydney. Now let's play this. Etan Santam. Is it Sa Anta? No. I want to be in Sydney. Etan Panitan. No Panita. I have to prepare Sankharas now. For going to Sydney, I have to create lot of Sankhara. I have to create Kaya Sankhara, Vachi Sankhara, Mano Sankhara. Okay. I need to do something about it. I need to see Sydney Opera House. And I love Opera House. So first I need to have that mad feeling about Opera House. Okay. So then what I will do? Beg, borrow, steal. If I have money, no problem. Otherwise, I'll have to ask someone, boss, I want to go to Sydney Harbour. What do you think? Go. Give me some money on loan. So let us say some bank will give me on loan for travel and I book it. And I come to Sydney. Sankhara has been done. Sabbupadi patinissaggo. But what I have done, I have accumulated now. Accumulated Sydney. In my mind, the Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vijnana. I have accumulated that experience. So what do? I take some photographs, video, 4K resolution video, etc., etc. And when I come back to Bangalore, what I'm going to do? Replay it all the time till I get into boredom of that. I will replay it. Just like, people get married and they play their reception video and after that nobody cares, right? Whether they had a drone coming there or something else coming there, few weeks they will be watching it. After that they'll throw it away. Why? Because the craving cannot stay on the one object. It will keep on changing object. So after this one, next craving, then next craving, then the next craving, then the next craving, then the next craving. Again, you come back to this, like that, it goes in circle. So tanha khaya is not happening. Tanha is increasing. It goes away, but still I want to feel that. So I want to experience. So next time I'll again come to Sydney because now it looks good for me. So I'll prepare myself to come to Sydney. Again I come to Sydney. Again I come to Sydney. Like that. It's foolishness. But yes, I'm a mad person. I love. I have passion. That is raga. So sabbupati patinisaggo tanhakhayo. Now if I see these 5 aggregates, then mind will sit like this. There's nothing there. So viraga happens. Virago. Then non-arising, nirodha. You get into nirodha samapatti. And nibbana is experience. So, etan santan, etan panitan, yadidam sabba sankhara samatho, sabbupadi pati nisaggo tanhakhayo, virago nirodho nibbananti. That is what is the experience. You feel, yes, there is no Sydney. First, foremost. All the pain I was taking because of Sydney. If the Sydney is not there, then what happens? It's Nirodha. Doesn't arise again. So Nibbana. If I kill Vilas before the actual death happens, it's Nibbana. Yes or no?
Yes.
All the problem is because of Vilas or not?
Yes.
So you kill Vilas.
Yeah, that's what we are trying.
Before the death, you die.
Yes.
That you inside has to die. Finish it off. How do you finish it off? So Buddha is explaining here, break it into 5 aggregates. Now Rahula says, I'm not able to understand this 5 aggregate. He says, no problem. The mindfulness of meditation, of breath, you can bring it in 5 dhatus. You're not getting the khanda, don't worry. 5 dhatu. Cut it, dissect, 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 dissect. See what is there. Patavi dhatu revesa. It's only Patavi dhatu. Apo dhatu revesa. It's only Apo dhatu. Tejo dhatu revesa. Only Tejo dhatu. Vayu dhatu revesa. It's only Vayu dhatu. Akasa dhatu revesa. Only Akasa dhatu. No internal, external. It's only Patavi. It's only Apo. It's only Tejo. It's only Vayu. It's only Akasa. Can I do meditation like this? Cutting, 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 and see. It's a very good sutta. My mind is gross. Agree. This is a good sutta. First section. Break it into 5 dhatus. Can I practice? 1 week. Only Patavi, 2nd week, only Apo, 3rd week, only Tejo, 4th week, only Vayu, 5th week, only Akasa. All the time. Maintain that Sampajano Satima. That turns into Vipassana.
So dissecting the body part, that 6 parts, whatever is said, like.
Yes, it will bring you dispassion. It will give, first it will bring you nibbida, disillusionment. This compact feeling is gone. So you see whether 7 things will work or not. So nibbida. then you see that viraga will happen because you are not seeing yourself. So viraga. Nirodha, non-arising. Upasamaya, peaceful. Abhinyaya, sambodhaya, nibbana. Right? Now seeing like this is abhinya. From a compactness, you are seeing individual parts. Individual all the time. Watching the breath, seeing body hair, head hair, body hair, teeth, nails, flesh, bones, like that.
So along with watching the breath, keep on dissecting.
Yes, dissect. Keep the breath with you. Don't stop the breath watching. Till you are very proficient, where it becomes an automated thing, keep the breath with you. On the periphery, just keep the breath. Just keep on watching it. Not that all the time you should watch it. Once in a while, just bring the breath. Bring the breath. So that this becomes very easy. This is most easy. Because this is easy to see also, right? See, when I go to urination, I can see it's apo dhatu which is coming. At least I can do that. Out of 10 times, I would have forgotten 6 times. At least 4 times I'll remember to see that, right? When I'm pouring water on my head and then taking bath, I can see this apo is falling on my head, right? Out of 10 times bathing, at least 4 times I can see. 6 times I'll forget. 4 times I'll see, or 6 times I'll see, 8 times I'll see, let's say. When I have gone to the toilet, I can see this is Pathavi Dhatu which is falling along with Apo Dhatu and all that. And Tejo Dhatu is also there. Vayu is also there. Right? It's coming from the whole, which is Akasa Dhatu. I can see all the 5 Dhatus. Out of 10 times I went to toilet, at least 2-3 times I can see. So I can create my awareness.
So that means like when we are touching some solid object, so-called, that is also we feel like the solid part touching this one.
Yes, that's correct. But it's Bahidda. So first you have to do Ajjatta, so that Ajjatta feeling should go away. Ajjatta feeling makes you feel as mine. First you have to do that, and then you can do Bahidda. Now if you take the water bottle, you have bought it, you know. So even if it is lost, you know that you are losing money. But what about this body?
Yeah.
This you can't get it back, right? That's a problem.
Yeah, like when you are perceiving the other external things, it is a perception, right? Because Goenkaji says, like, you know, there is some tradition says that this Ajjatta Behita is kind of external body for many tradition, but here he doesn't want to do that because he is telling everything from the experiential this one. So Ajjatta internal body and external body is same our body itself, something like that he was telling.
Okay, so let's practice this much. My meeting starts in few minutes, so I'll have to jump out. So
yeah, okay.
So that's the reason I wanted to meet early. So our practice should be from today. If you were to take today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, like that. Tomorrow when we meet up for the Anapana, for the Samatha, Vipassana, Anupassana, you take this for Vipassana. In the morning when we meet, or in the afternoon of yours, when we meet, you take your object, don't change the object. You take your object and keep that. Samatha will be same for everyone, breath watching. That is same. But after we finished it, we stabilized it, then we come to this. Here we have to use the one we want to experiment with.
Okay.
So don't change for few weeks, just keep this.
When we are sitting on the cushion doing this exercise, that time we are just sitting. So that time we are just hitting those parts.
First you do samatha, then you start seeing those parts. Even with eyes wide open, because that you are investigating. Right now I can see this and I see, when did I ask this hair to grow? I can ask this question, right? When is the last I had asked this hair to grow? From my birth, I have never asked it, to be honest. And neither you have asked, nor Bobby has asked. So they don't follow what you say, right?
Yeah.
They'll grow on their own and they depart. They come, they go, they come, they go. But you are watching, right? You have watched your childhood, you have watched your teenage, you have watched your everything, right? Adult age, middle age, like that. So they're arising and passing away. You can see that. A stream of arriving, passing, arising, passing, arising, passing. We can watch it. And hence you have to, you can say, Eso na mama. Because if it was yours, you would have changed the way you want it. Now you can't change it. That's the reason Anatta Lakkana Sutta, right?
Yeah.
Eso na me atta is to remove the atta bhava in this body, right? I am having this atta bhava in the body. It's my body. Nothing should happen to my body, right? See, somebody goes to hospital, I am not bothered. If I go to hospital, am I not bothered?
Yes.
Got it? No. Somebody meets with accident, I am not bothered. If I met with an accident, somebody is dying, I have no problem. But if I am dying,
Problem.
it's a problem. It's ajjata which is a problem, right? Not bahidda. Bahidda we don't even care. It's outside. Yes. I might feel bad. Oh, this happened. But do I wish that it happened to me?
No.
Not at all. Not even a dream. You should watch that. So we'll have that much of attachment. This is what he's teaching to Rahula. It's a beautiful sutta to practice. Okay, then good night, Dhamma friends. And Bobby, you enjoy your stay and we'll meet tomorrow.